And we back. I'm here. I've made some pitch limits. You know, I'm gonna make some limits because I've got a decently, I've got a bullpen. The bullpen exists. Um, there are some interesting people that are for trade that could possibly be of use to my team. One of them being Paul Goldschmidt, the main one. Um, Now, normally that $22 million a year contract is concerning, but it's for 1 year. And our fan interest is really low. So we could use some we could use some fans, you know? We need somebody to get people out to the stadium. Let's see what they're offering. Oh my god. Alright, so we will not be trading for Paul Goldschmidt. Um they don't want anything. They don't want anything. I guess this is the opening. No Paul Goldschmidt. All right. Um that's their loss. You know, that's a bummer, but that's their loss. Um First I'm gonna assign my scout to get kind of a lay of the land for our major league guys because that's important. You want good scouting reports on these guys, and that's a real important step. All right, let's see. I mean, there are plenty of people. Gallegos. I don't need relievers, and I want somebody who's popular. So, with Brown, insignificant again. Not looking for relievers. He's well known, but 5 mil for it's not worth that to me. None of these guys really are worth it to me. I don't want to talk about Elias Diaz. I don't want to talk about what he did to my king Felix Bautista last year. I don't want to talk about it. The only one that has some kind of interest, like I'm somewhat interested in, is Charlie Blackmon. But I don't want to take him from the Colorado Rockies. Like I refuse to do that, so I will not be doing that. Um, all right. The first thing I'm gonna do is check Aaron Loop's scouting report. All right. After I check Aaron Loop's scouting report, I am going to actually coach this game. Imagine that. Imagine coaching the game. We're facing Tariq Skubal. So, yeah, do I lead off with two lefties? Probably not. Am I gonna do it anyway? Yeah, I am. Let's get into it, you know? Let's, it's a home game. Alright, we got out of the first inning, no runs. Let's see how Nicky Lopez does. Alright, Dominic Fletcher. Let's get on base here. Let's get on base, Tom. Alright, let's, I don't love a dynamic action camera. Actually, wait, yeah. Let's change it to, is that, what do I usually do? Alright, let's go with that. Luis Robert. Right here. Pops it up. And their invisible first baseman catches it. You know, that, Keston Hiura is on an opening day roster? Interesting. That's certainly interesting. Jake Rogers, no, it was that other catcher they have who was up for trade or was on the waiver wire. Paul DeJong, look at you. Nicky Lopez, let's do something here. Alrighty, I guess we're grounding out. So look, at least we got a hit. And Crochet has thrown a lot of pitches through 3 innings. And immediately gave up a home run to Keston Hiura. immediately after I talked about him, we gave up a home run to him. Alright. Can we get a hit off Tariq Skubal, please? I guess not. In the meantime, let's warm up somebody in our bullpen. We've got some righties who can give me some. He's got 50 stamina. Chris Flexen's got. Let's warm up Flexen. Alright, we're facing another lefty. I'll keep Crochet in against one more lefty. If he gets on base, then yep, I'm going to the bullpen. "92 pitches, 4 walks, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts. I'm focusing on that 5 strikeout right there. I'm gonna make a mound visit. How do I do? I forget. How do I do that? Yeah, visit mound. It's a struggle right now, so gonna throw in Flexen. Let's see him get out of this inning. That is not getting out of the inning at all. Come on, Flexen. Let's not make an error here. Clean play. There you go. Alright, Flexen gets us out of the inning. And we can't do anything against... Can Keston Hiura stop? Please? Can Tariq Skubal stop? Alright. Goodness. Alright, we're gonna load up Steven Wilson and where else are we gonna go? Because Tanner Banks is our closer per se. Actually, Jordan Leisure is our closer. Tanner Banks is our backup closer. Yeah, we'll have Steven Wilson in there next. Come on, Luis. Wait, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Come on. Alright. Feel stronger now. Alright, I'm trusting you. Perfect. Alright, we'll get, how is he versus lefties? How's Wilson versus lefties? You know, it's still not great. But we'll put Wilson in. Trust. Could we not? Let's make a good throw and... Fletcher, you got that 70. You got 70 defense. Let's use it. Uh-oh. Okay, pop out. Catch it. Pop out. Let's go. We get out of the inning. Let's score some runs, please. Get more than one hit against Tariq Skubal. Come on, Luis. You're a big power guy. You can get on base. That's what you do. Now, I would love to have you steal. That is something I am considering. Robbie Grossman. Okay. You know? I keep clicking the wrong buttons. I'm so sorry. This is so embarrassing. And Paul DeYoung, really? You're gonna strike out? This is not at all what we need. Come on. Come on, Profar. Come on. We really got this. We got destroyed by Keston Hiura. He's not even on a major league roster. All right. Let's who do we want to get? Let's get John Brebbia in here. In the bullpen at least. If he doesn't get any work done, why do I keep doing that? If he doesn't get any work, that's fine, you know? I think we need to stop having invisible players, though. That would be nice. Okay, we can sit down Brebbia. Alec Lang. He was pretty good last year in real life. He was pretty good. Walked a lot of people. Struck out a lot of people. 26 saves isn't anything to sneeze at, you know? But I believe Dominic Fletcher can do something here. Other than strike out. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. You know what he can do? He can get on second base. A leadoff double. And you know who we're setting up for? Luis Robert. And he advances the runner to third. Andrew Vaughn. I'm gonna make a substitution. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm pinch hitting Gavin Sheets right now. And I'm not regretting it. And I am regretting. Oh. Okay, we're sending him. We're sending him. I guess we're not sending him. Alright, come on, Moncada. Please. Something. Get out, ball. And he flies out to the invisible right fielder. He flies out to the invisible right fielder. Okay, so you can't win a game where you don't score a run. And I think scoring runs might be this team's issue this year. So, you know, that's the stat line for the first game. Relievers put in some work, probably pitched. I could have taken them out faster. Say what you will. I'm relatively happy. I mean, this is Crochet's first ever start. So, it's not a bad start, really. You could walk less, but at the end of the day, he threw 92 pitches, and he left with only giving up one run. That's not bad. So I'm gonna sim about a week, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I've got the first major injury. Nabil Krismat has a herniated disc in his back, which is a 3-month injury. So he'll be out for 3 months. In a corresponding move, I will not be calling up Tim Hill. I think I'm probably going to call Tuki Toussaint up. Although Aaron Loop is tempting, but I'm going to call Toussaint just because so far he's pitched twice, had 2 pretty good in-relief outings. The work ethic is, concerning, but it's not going to kill me. And he's got decent stamina, which is what I'm looking for because Chris Matt was a long reliever. I've simmed, not simmed. Also, another thing I did, Luis Gill, relief pitcher. Just claimed him. He's option years. He looks pretty good as a reliever. He profiles really well. So now that I've brought Toussaint up, I see that maybe bringing Toussaint up was not a great idea. I'm gonna keep Toussaint up for a start for a game. I'm gonna play the game and then I'll be right back. I'll let you know if I send Toussaint down and just use Gill, or yep, I'll let you know. So I've simmed, watched, and simmed about 8 games. Highlight was this game, 10-5 against the Braves. We actually won that series against the Braves somehow. And we're 4-4 through 8 games. That's way better than expected. There is an issue. Martin Maldonado, who has hit 2 home runs for us, is out with a sprained ankle. So that means Tomas Nido, who has been raking 6 RBI game, is going to be our full-time starting catcher for a little bit, and we're going to make a corresponding move here. Also, Tuki Toussaint, my guy, he's kind of killing it. He's shoving right now. He's shoving. He's had 3 strikeouts in these 2 outings, each of them. I'm going to keep him around. So, Chris Flexen is one of those names that I'm just not sold on. The issue is we're offering him, we have this contract of his. He's out of option years. Do I waive him? Do I DFA him? I think I do. So I'll waive and DFA him, take him off the 40-man roster. If he gets, if he's able to get sent down, that's great. And we can put Luis Gill on in our bullpen. We're gonna put Gill in middle relief here. With an option as a setup guy. Because he's got good stuff. Like he's got real good stuff. And he's started a bunch of games. I don't really see him as a starter with that level of control. I'm just not really looking for it. As of right now, our highlights, we're middle of the pack, but our bullpen has been good, and so has our defense. Defensive efficiency is, I think defense is very important for this team, especially because we can't hit. We can't hit. But defense is really important, as is pitching, and having a good bullpen is really important. So that's a major plus. See you back in hopefully a few weeks in the safe. Alright, so I've made one more move because Maldonado got hurt. So here is your new starting catcher for a little while. Jorge Alfaro. Would I rather start Nido? Should I start Nido? Yeah, I'll start Nido. I like, we've got the Latinx catcher gang. So I just finished up May, and it's been a pleasant surprise. Right now we're second in the AL Central. We are under 500, but, all things considered, that's not a terrible thing. We've got good base running and pretty good defense. Pretty good, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Mike Soroka has been a really, really good surprise. 1 home run, not jinxing it, 1 home run through 6 starts. Pretty good. Not bad strikeout numbers, he's been clutch. Crochet hasn't got a ton of help, but when he's pitching, he strikes out a lot of people. And the home runs have been a little bit of an issue, but we're working things out. Luis Robert got an MLB Player of the Week award. He's killing it. As you can see in the stats, striking out too much. That's kind of a general issue with our team. A lot of strikeouts. Andrew Vaughn's doing pretty well. Hasn't hit a home run, but other than that, he's doing pretty well. Another pleasant surprise has been Gavin Sheets. Really, slugging, doing a good job walking and not striking out a ton either. He's been a really good platoon bat for us, but he's actually playing more often than you would think. Other than that, I said Paul DeJong. Moncada's been really bad, like really, really bad. We'll see what happens with him. And just checking in. Other things I made some little moves. Picked up Tim Meza, I think it's Meza. Also picked up Christopher Sanchez off the waiver wire. Was really happy that he was on the waiver wire because, he's got good stuff. Pretty good sinker. Good control. Exactly what I'm looking for. And then this is concerning me a little bit, this Brett Phillips. This is kind of what I was expecting to happen, but it's not good. Maldonado's almost ready to come back. Mendick got hurt. Maldonado's almost ready to come back. We'll see what we do with Alfaro. We'll probably send him down AAA. And then, not too bad for May. Just under 500, a game under 500. We're not doing too awful. All right, we've got some really rough news. Dominic Fletcher, who has, been a great right fielder, really important to the team and to the future, is out for 9 months. So we're going to obviously put him on the 60-day IL, and then, I thought about Tommy Pham just because the other option is Rafael Ortega. I think that's probably who we'll go with, just because he's really been he's been lighting it up down the minors. And Zach DeLoach is another option, but he hasn't been lighting it up down the minors. So Pilar might be, Pilar's going to go on the 40-man, and Rafael Ortega is our new right fielder. That's really a shame. Luis Robert, mild calf strain, nothing huge, is playing through it, is obviously doing plenty fine. But gosh, that's a shame that we lose a really, really big piece in Dominic Fletcher. Alrighty, so I'm back. It's June 11th, so it's been a little while, and I have some major updates. So Danny Mendick got hurt. Tim Meza got hurt. Just kind of a 2-week injury, worth putting on the injured list. And in that corresponding move, I claimed Sixto Sanchez. His stuff It's decent, but he's young. He's 25. He's a ground ball pitcher, so he'd be good in relief. He's got a sinker. He's got a fastball. And I think he has the ability to be a pretty decent middle reliever, middle or long reliever. He could be a starter. He's got mediocre stamina, but not batting stats. And other pretty major news. Andrew Vaughn's been really pretty good. Home run numbers could be a little better. Would love if he's not striking out a ton, so he's been really a big upside. Another huge positive surprise has been Gavin Sheets. I've been having him DH, and he's been lighting it up, specifically more versus righties than lefties. I guess not. Yeah, so I don't really play him much versus lefties. But obviously versus righties, he's killing it. So he's been a great platoon bat. Really, something we need. We need some somebody with a lot of skill versus righties. There are a lot of righties in the league. That's something I don't mind at all. And another big thing you could have noticed, we're 35 and 34. Do I think this is sustainable at all? No, not at all. Our starting pitching has been really good. I don't think Michael Kopech is going to keep an ERA of 3.84. I also don't think Michael Kopech will be on this team in 2025. Just based on, I don't like this at all. I don't want selfish players on my team. I also don't like extreme fly ball. So we'll see, what we can do with him. Maybe at the trade deadline. We're assigned as win now. That's not how I see this team at all. We're assigned as win now. That's not how I see this team at all. And other corresponding moves. I don't think we made any. I brought up Braden Shoemake for a little bit. I'm getting him some time at third base. I think he'll be a decent backup left-handed bat. He's not as good of a fielder as Nicky Lopez is. But if Nicky Lopez goes into arbitration, then that's money that, I don't really want to spend. Look at a negotiation. If he takes this, then I'll be like, that's fine. For backup, let's go 4,900. Okay. 51. 52. Alrighty. So we offered him a contract. Braden Shoemake's got more time. If Paul DeJong keeps doing decent and, he wants more money. I mean, he's been decent is pretty much the best way to describe Paul DeJong. Good shortstop ratings, more or less. Another really bright star has been Tomas Nido. And, ignore those walks, but that OPS is pretty good for a backup catcher. Great WAR. He's a great fielder. Has had quite a bit of pop in his bat. So he's been a really big plus. Another big waiver find. I've had a bunch of really solid waiver finds. Luis Gill. His WAR is low because he has a high FIP. And also he walks way too many people. But he's, he's somebody I think can turn around a little bit. And then picked him up from waivers. Sixto Sanchez was a waiver guy. And then Tim Maiza as well. So all of these people, big waiver pickups, important players. And then I'll come back with more. I've got eyes on people in the draft. I'll come back hopefully around the All-Star break with some more updates as to kind of how the team is progressing and what my ideas for the future are. Oh, another waiver wire person I forgot to mention, Christopher Sanchez. I might have mentioned him. Yeah, I definitely mentioned him. So Christopher Sanchez has been great. Really, really great. We need left-handed pitchers. He's been fantastic. Great ERA plus. Let's check his expanded. FIP, pretty good. Not awful. Oh, sorry. 392 FIP. Much better than 457. He's somebody that I can really see sticking around this team. Extreme ground ball. I like that. I like that a lot. We're making little moves, and the little moves could turn into big things. And that's what matters. All right. I have one last update for you guys on this video. So, somehow, we are still 42-38. Luis Roberts still killing it. Crochet is really good. This is a pretty good outing. Strikeout-wise, his walks still don't look great. Mike Soroka has been phenomenal. This outing was really good. We might look to extend him. Chris Sanchez has been really good. Kopech is meh. Our hitting is not good, but better than it was at the beginning of the year. Our pitching is some of the best in the league. Got really good defense. It's because of people like Nicky Lopez who can't hit for... he has 2 doubles as extra base hits for the entire year. But he's a really good defensive second baseman. Andrew Vaughn is ramping up the power. I don't think he hit a home run until June, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't hit a home run until late May. This is the 20th of May. Oh, sorry. That's RBI. 11th of May. So he had 1 home run through the 4th of July, or 4th of June. So Andrew Vaughn has ramped it up a little bit. Also made a signing, Jonathan Loaizaga. So a bullpen spot. Signed him for 2 years. That's not a lot of money for a bullpen. So we'll see. I don't have people that I want to send down per se. It's more of who has option years and, who needs a little more work. And sadly, I think Prelander Baroa is in that needs a little bit more work because of just this walk ratio. So we're going to send him. Yeah, he has options left. So we're going to send Prelander down. And then we have space on our roster for Jonathan Loaizaga. So what are we going to do with him? Could make Luis Gil a long reliever. That could be fine. He's still got walk problems. But I think those might be kind of how things are. Yeah, we'll put Loaizaga in middle relief. And then Dominic Leone to long relief. Even though he's 30 stamina, he's not used a whole lot. Yep, this is a little check on Kopech. And what's the other thing? So prospect pipeline, not that. Minor league system rankings. We now have the 7th best minor league system. So Colson Montgomery, what I'm doing is I'm giving him a lot of time at second base because we don't, I want good fielding, and Moncada's not awful. 55. I don't want a 40. 50 is fine. I'll be fine with 50. But if he can play a little second base at 55, I'll be, more open to that. Obviously, first base would be where he's best. Noah Schultz, now the 40th ranked prospect. Drew Thorpe, who has, had those forearm problems, 73rd. We got him in the trade for Dylan Cease. Also in the trade from Dylan Cease, never mind. Brian Ramos, who has played, never mind. I think he actually might be on the White Sox roster right now. Is 74th ranked prospect, and Edgar Cuero is the 87th. So we've got, 5 top 100 ranked prospects, and the 4th ranked prospect. That's a pretty good minor league system. I'm excited. Montgomery is probably going to be a September call up for me. We'll try him out at third base with the idea that we won't be exercising his team option, which is a shame because Yohan Moncada had so much hype. He was part of the Chris Sale trade along with Michael Kopech. And he just, his best season was 2019, and he never really got back to that form. But yeah, 42 and 38 through June 24th. That's pretty good. That's way above where I was expecting. That's way above where the preseason ranking had us. Preseason predictions had us going 64 and 98. And we are way above that right now. So, for some reason, it has us projected at 41 and 39 through here. I guess we have a harder back end of our schedule, which makes sense. So yeah, but that's, closing up the second episode. So thank you guys. Have a good night. Be safe. And I'll see you next episode.